I, well, no sense beating around the bush. I was looking for you guys. I'd like you to help me figure this out.
Well, how can we help you?
We need to travel to the spine of the world.
Well, that's way north, and it's cold.
Well, we'll have to get you guys some warmer clothes. But I think it's time for us to try to communicate with my god, Amnon.
How do we do that?
According to my legend, there's a oracle, the Eye of the All Father. He's in the spine of the world. I know. Well, at least I'm pretty sure I know where it's located. I think he'll probably have some answers to figure out how to stop all this stuff, but I'm gonna need help. I don't think I can do it on my own.
Well, we've been tasked with finding out more information about why the giants are, destroying all of these towns.
Hmm.
I think the Lord's Alliance would want us to help you.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Lord's Alliance would, especially Lariel. I mean, she's part of the Lord's Alliance, and I work for her too. So, it's I kind of know where it's at, but I'm not 100% sure. I know the general location. I'll need some help finding it, but um, let's go. And he kind of stands up, and the water kind of goes up and down again as he stands up, and y'all are kind of on a bouncy, almost like a bouncy house type ride for a minute.
Right now?
Yeah, let's go. What are we waiting for?
I'll look over to Milton.
By the way, you guys have been walking? You guys need better transportation.
We've got a cart.
Oh. Oh, okay. All right. Well, where is it?
Hit me pretty well back over out of the swamp.
You guys should get a boat.
Maybe that cart could double as a boat.
It can. Cast water walk on it. He's like, all right, well, let's go. And he kind of starts walking off to the north.
Oh, it's all right. Did
Yeah.
we see any forked trees sticking out of the water? Maybe it was a hill at one point and it got covered with water.
Give me an amphibious card. Give me a perception roll. So, as you guys were traveling through, or kind of quickly take a quick look, you do see, now that you're on the opposite side of that mound, that there is a funny looking tree that does look like it has sort of a pitchfork type shape to it, more like a trident, really.
Oh, Harshnag, we want to check out this mound real quick.
Okay, all right. And he turns around. He's like, "What are you looking for?"
Well,
What?
we're not really sure, but the Zentarum were searching for it, so we wanted to get to it before they did.
Gotcha. Kind of says, "Well, let me know when you're done." And he just kind of stands there, and you see him kind of look back up at the castle, and he yells something again in giant.
Maybe you could dig it up for us.
He kind of looks back. And he says, "Dig what up?"
Well, the tomb.
Oh, Tomb Raiders. I gotcha. All right. Well, I guess we can. Boy, I hope whoever's tomb it is, they're not upset.
Well, maybe we'll go in there first. Stig will make them happy.
All right.
Yep, we'll go check, see if we can find this tomb.
All right, gotcha. So you guys kind of walk through there and kind of up onto this mound of hard dirt and rock. And then an investigation roll for me, Melton, while you're searching around. You do find what appears to be a bunch of cobblestone that have sort of been arranged in a nice arrangement there, with a large sort of flagstone that kind of blocking the hole itself.
Oh, there's a hole here. William, my good man. Go ahead and move these big blocks.
William needs an athletics check, for please.
I sure hope he watches the video.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said I sure hope he watches the video.
Yeah, me too, right? He will.
William grunts.
All right, so William tries to lift it, and he is unable to.
Milton calls Harshnag. Harshnag, come here. Get your help.
What do you need?
Move those rocks.
What rocks?
Well, these things, and I point to them.
He goes, those rocks. All right. And actually, I don't know, we'll see. He tries to lift it and is unable to lift the rock as well. He's like, that rock's stuck. No way you're going to get that thing out.
Hey, hang on. Maybe William, you and William could do it together. William's going to help him. Or
How
maybe
about-
you could help William.
Yeah, how about he helps William? So that sounds more appropriate, probably. All right, so William can have advantage. So him and William kind of pull on that for a little bit of a while there, and really are kind of yanking on it and trying to get it to open. As it does, you hear what sounds like a loud release of a loud air kind of comes out, and as that happens, you kind of hear what sounds like sort of a scream that occurs.
A scream?
Yep, a solitary scream that comes out. And then it goes silent. Harshnag immediately drops the rock. He's like, what the? What have you done? What are we doing here?
We're trying to stop the Zentarum from taking over the whole affair in Sword Coast.
You see what looks like a set of stairs that goes down into the darkness. It only goes down about 5 feet or so, and then immediately turns to the right. It's kind of carved out rough out of the stone and dirt that's there.
Melton will go down there, check it for traps.
Alrighty, gotcha. So Melton, you kind of go down the steps. As you get down there, you see that a lot of the roots have kind of grown through from the trees. Now are in here. You can get through okay, but it's a good thing you went because you're shorter and the roots, you're able to kind of get underneath them and whatnot. You don't see any traps at all. You do see that it turns immediately to the right. And to the right, you see what appears to be a room that's about, probably 10 feet by 5 feet high. It's kind of a short room. And there's a large, what looks like sarcophagus sitting there.
I see any loot around there.
You don't.
Can William goes to look? Can he fit down into that hole?
So yeah, he kind of goes down and takes a look into that hole, and as he looks, okay, thank you, I appreciate it. As he kind of looks down, he sees the tomb.
Yeah, I'll send him to crawl down in there with Melton.
All right, I gotcha. So he's kind of crawling in there.
That scream came from in the tomb?
Yeah, so as soon as you open up the opening, that's when the scream kind of came through.
Sticking
Melton
out lining
checks.
will fall behind.
Yeah, Melton checks the sarcophagus for traps, secret compartments, anything like that.
All right, investigation.
Oh no.
You find no traps.
I found a latch that can release the sarcophagus to open it.
No, it's just it looks like the lid on the top just sits on top of it, so you could lift it up and off the sarcophagus.
Yeah, I'll wait for the strong guy to get in here to do that.
Alrighty, gotcha. So he's in there.
I tell William, I was like, hey, go pick that up off that lid off of there. He was like, okay, boss. Oh.
Yep. So he is able to lift that off, and as he does, you get a kind of a strong waft of what smells like incense and an unusual smell of garlic.
Incense and garlic.
That was a lot of dice.
Anything inside the sarcophagus?
Yep. So you see what appears to be a body that's wrapped in cloth, essentially from head to toe. That's kind of laying in the sarcophagus. You do see that there is a bow that's been laid over the chest, as well as there's a quiver of arrows that is there too. And you see that there is a what appears to be a gold locket wrapped around the entombed deceased around his neck that's closed, and you see a bone statuette that's carved that shows a unicorn as in carving.
I say let's wait for Stig. He could cast detect magic and see if there's anything worth taking.
I'll walk up and check it out. I'll ritual cast detect magic.
Alrighty, gotcha. So,
Or I don't think I can ritual cast that one. I'll double check it.
no, I think double check. I'm not. I can't remember if you can.
It is. It's ritual.
Is it? Okay, thanks. So after about 10 minutes or so, you guys are kind of sitting down in this hole in the dirt, essentially. Stig, you cast it, and other than your own magical items, nothing is magical.
Nothing's magical here. Should probably just leave it.
Yeah, I take a good look at the other items in that sarcophagus. Anything like it's worth money? Like
Yeah,
statuettes. Is it made of gold or silver,
Well,
platinum?
it's a bone. It's made of bone. It's very nicely designed and carved. It's probably worth some money. Probably nothing of significant value to you. The gold locket's made of gold, however, it's a small locket. So it's probably worth some money as well, but we're not talking like tons of plat or anything like that, if that's what you're looking for.
All right. Well, William will put the lid back on the sarcophagus after Melton tells him to.
Okay, already gotcha. So
Okay.
William does.
And Melton's going to search around and see if there's any secret rooms or anything like that, or compartments.
Sure, sounds good. Yeah, Melton, you kind of search around. It's really pretty much a big dirt room, but you don't find anything that looks like a secret door. Nothing, secret compartments in the sarcophagus or anything else. This definitely looks like a very simple tomb with the sarcophagus there only, as well as the things that you had found.
Oh, okay. Do we see any writing or anything like "Here lies Mormon"? And
So you don't. There's no carvings on it. It's kind of a very simple sort of tomb.
yeah, I don't think there's nothing here.
I'll pull out a little twig with a fork in it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do locate object and try and locate gold.
Oh, okay.
That's on it.
That was the lesser restoration that you linked, actually. Oh, okay, cool. I just want to make sure you knew. So you're trying to just locate some gold?
Yeah, see if I can get a fix on
Nice.
gold in the area.
Yeah, so obviously, all your friends have gold, and you locate the gold locket that's in the sarcophagus that's there, but otherwise, you don't see any other gold.
Well,
Cool spell.
guess that's it.
That's pretty neat. I've never seen that spell used before.
I'm not sure where they'd want to find this place. Yeah, when we slept, I switched it.
Well, we're not even sure this is the tomb that they are looking for.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I guess we can cover it back up and maybe chop that tree down, and then they won't find it ever.
Yep, and throw it in the swamp.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys kind of lift the rock and put it back into place, and spend some time chopping down the tree and throw it into the swamp. Harshnag again is just kind of sitting over on another mound. He kind of squished down a bunch of trees and kind of pushed them out of the way. And you see him kind of just sort of fidgeting a little bit with his axe as he sits there, almost as if he's in kind of a deep contemplation about something.
Melton goes with the Harshnag. Says, I need a favor, Harshnag.
He looks, he says, "Yes, what do you need, Melton?"
Hey, would you take this tree that we chopped down with you? I got an idea.
Sure. So he kind of picks it up and kind of puts it into his sack that he has there. He's like, "Okay."
Hey, when we get out of the Evermore, we'll stick it on a hill.
He says, "Okay, sounds good. I would expect the druid to want to do this, but maybe you have some druid blood in you."
Yeah, I think I get it on my mother's side.
Ah, can tell. And so you guys continue to kind of take time. You finally get everything kind of put back into place and whatnot. So he kind of says to you guys, "Well, let's get your cart and let's get out of here."
You don't want to do anything about that castle over there?
They'll be fine. We'll come back and get them later. They won't come down and play. 3 days. You'd figure they'd be down by now.
What are you eating right now?
I'm eating some swamp root. You should try it. It's really good.
I got this stuff called avocado. It's pretty good, too.
That sounds yummy. I wish I had the Cheez-Its, but I don't have those today.
So we need to take that tree, and when we find a hill, I want you to stab it right in the middle of it.
Like, okay. So you guys continue to walk back, get your cart. He finds a hill that's not too far away and kind of sticks it in the ground. Looks pretty bad. I mean, you can see there's dirt like all over the place, but the hill, it's there in the hill nonetheless.
Okay.
And kind of fixes the dirt a little bit and then says, "All right."
Melton, he says, dig a hole up under that tree thing.
All right.
Well, I want you to get a big rock, and we're going to put a big rock on top of this. And, and I take the book out, and I write a note to the captain in there, "Dear Cat," whatever his name is.
Uh-huh.
Here's your tomb. Good luck. Sign, Melton.
Nice. I like it. So you kind of do that and whatnot, and he kind of looks around and he says, "All right, well, let's go."
Is it okay if I ride on your shoulders?
Sure. I can't carry you all, but I guess I could put you on my shoulder.
And I said, "Well, let me climb up there." And I climb up there and get on his shoulder.
Nice.
I was like, "What about Barry?"
Yeah, she could go on my shoulder too. That'd be fine.
Are we going to go by a city? Because it's pretty cold up there, and we're going to need some warm weather clothes.
He says, "Well, we can if you want to. What city do you want to go by?"
It depends on which way you're taking us. I think Marabar's up there, and Long Saddle is along the long road.
Well, Mirabar is probably the best for us to go. It's really, to be honest with you, it'd probably be best just to cut right through Lurkwood Forest and right up into the spine. But if you need a town, we can find a spot, I guess.
Probably go to Shining White.
Oh, Shining White? May not be the best place to go. Used to be a good place, an outpost there, but I don't think there's much there, really. But we can check it out.
What about Nesme and then shoot up?
We could do Nesme. I walked by there too. It's it's an interesting place.
So you came up from that direction. Did you happen to see a riverboat coming up this way?
There's no river boats on this river. Not this far north. Nobody goes north of Yartar on the riverboats.
Well, we were told that one of them went north.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I haven't seen any anyways. It'd be weird. Why would they go north? There's nothing up here.
That's why we were investigating. They were pretty shady.
Sounds shady. Does. Yeah, I guess we could go to Nesme. It's a small town, but I mean, we definitely could do that. It's got a bunch of ballistic and catapult. I'm not sure they'd let me come close.
Where's Nesme? It's right there.
I wonder if they'd even have what we need.
Yeah, we'll just go to my bar.
All right.
All right, sounds good. And he says I can take the cart across the river if you want, but you want to do a kind of a direct route, or do you want to go around?
We could maybe stash the cart and come back for it later or something.
Oh, well, William's like, no, we can't leave the ring.
Right.
We'll put it to a vote.
That's what he would do.
And
Yeah, let's put it to a vote. No, he wouldn't do that right now, but now he would. And he will vote, unlike the rest of us. Be like, I'm for taking the cart with us. Melton puts an X.
Relena and Stig want to hide the cart.
Oh, I voted. Melton voted for hiding the cart.
I guess you guys are hiding the cart. Where would you guys like to hide it?
If we're gonna leave it here, you know the Zentaram's gonna find it.
Away from the hill. Maybe we can get like up in Lurkwood or something.
Yeah, we'll take it hiding in Lurkwood, or maybe take it to Shining White and just have pay somebody to look after it for us.
He said it's a bad place, though.
Take it to Nesme and see if we have somebody to look out for us.
The Zentarum saw our cart, so I think we're best off like hiding it somewhere
Okay.
off grid. That's what I was thinking, off grid, because we did mess with them pretty good.
I didn't do anything.
Well, they saw the cart, and maybe they'll put two and two together.
I should have signed your name to it, Stig.
William. Maybe Relena knows the best place to hide the cart.
Sure. Give me a survival roll. That'll probably be the best way.
So,
Good
which
advantage.
direction in the spine of the world are we headed anyway?
So he said to you, he says the last time, all my information says to take the long road up to Mirbar, and then it's kind of to the east of Mirbar. You kind of follow into the valley of Kendrin. That's why I said if we just cut through Lurkwood, we'll get there pretty fast. But you're right, you guys don't really have winter clothes, do you?
Nah, we need to go by Mirabar first.
Well, if we're just going to go by Mirabar, why don't we take the cart with us?
Good with that too.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
sure.
we were going to cut through the north, I could see hiding it, but why don't we just take it with us if we're going to go up the long road?
No, I agree. I'd rather ride in the cart.
Okay. So the next question I would have then is, you're going to take it across kind of the hills and whatnot around Griffin's Nest and Serban Hills to catch up with the long road, or are you going to go back
Yeah, I
down
think-
to Yartar? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the way we would go.
Okay. Gotcha. So Harshnag is more than willing to lift the cart over the river and kind of traverses the river for y'all. Yeah, you're going to kind of go up that way. Gotcha. Perfect. And you guys are able to kind of continue with travel. Unfortunately, there's no roads there, so things are going to be a little slow with the cart, but you'll get there nonetheless.
Well, I'm not worried about getting stuck. I mean, we've got Harshnag with us, though.
That's true. That's very valid. That's a valid point.
I make Harshnag just pull the cart.
Okay. So let's see. Your travels around the area here, with it being obviously not made for carts, but that being said, he's not going to carry your cart either. It takes about 2 weeks to travel to the long road to get towards, head toward north towards Mirabar. During that time, it's been very strange. You haven't seen any necessarily any giants that you've run into. There's no bandits at all. It's actually a pretty nice country up here, to be honest with you, as you continue to traverse. You've had lots of time to kind of talk with Harshnag about certain things. Is there any questions or anything in particular that you're burning desire to know about?
I want to know why he's so tall.
So he says he's actually shorter than what you would see with a typical frost giant. He also talks about the skull on his head is actually the skull of a white dragon that he had slain in his younger years. And his axe he's had pretty much all his life and had come from his father. You notice that he's pretty calm and soft-spoken for the most part. Does talk pretty highly about small folk as well as whatnot. The giants, he respects the giants. He believes in the ordning, but doesn't understand why Amon has canceled it, the ordning and whatnot, and is really kind of curious about that. And really, the giants he's been fighting are the ones that are kind of terrorizing more of the populace, the small folk. He also does briefly talk about that the frost giants, despite him being friendly, have not been friendly to some of the people. Especially, he's heard up in Bryn Shandar, there was a large frost giants that had shown up there, as well as in Luskan too. They've kind of been terrorizing along the spine of the north as well. So that's an additional 2 weeks for downtime activities. If anybody wanted to do downtime activities, they could. I think, Barry, you said you were going to be reading, right? I think.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, you have a disguise kit book you were going to work on, I think. Stig, anything in particular that you would be working on?
Probably, since he's like an anthropologist, he'd probably just be studying like the area and trees and like if he did see any creatures.
Okay.
Mostly the creatures.
Sounds good. And Milton, you're working on your disguise kit?
Yeah, I don't see how I could actually do that. I mean, I guess I can.
I think what would happen is in theory they would send you with a book and you would practice every day, kind of doing disguises, showing them to Barry and seeing if Barry felt that you would pass as a female halfling.
Yep, a bearded female halfling.
Right, a bearded female halfling. Exactly.
With no hair on her toes.
You'd probably look better as a dwarf.
I just picture him like jumping out from behind the our little cart and then jumping back in, jumping back out.
Right. And yeah. So and then Relenia obviously would be probably working on watching animals to see if there's anything that she could potentially wild shape into and paying attention to, I assume.
I'll use my, because I'm doing an animal thing too. I'll use mine to give her advantage to help her out on animals.
Bear with me for 1 second. I'm just looking. So As you kind of continue up the long road there, you do see that there are some caravans now that are kind of passing by and whatnot. General caravan travel coming from Mirabar, and occasionally you guys will overtake one of the caravans traveling up from Tribor too. You do notice that Harshnag is not offended or even worried about walking along the road. He continues to walk with you. You have had some caravan people kind of stop and kind of kind of pull over to the side, pull up their arms and whatnot. But as you walk by, they don't necessarily attack, and everybody thinks it's a little bizarre. You kind of hear general chit chatter about, small folk walking with giant folk. Eventually, you see there's a what appears to be a fortified village kind of up to the north, and it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, to be honest with you, and it's along this stretch of the long road. You see there's an outer wall that has heavy crossbows mounted in the battlements, and there's kind of a keep that has kind of a steep roof that maybe would help shed snow when snow is there. You do notice that the gates are up, and there are definitely people up on the edges of the keep, the fortified wall itself, kind of looking down with torches burning and whatnot.
Do we want to stop here? Or keep pushing on?
Where are we at?
Xanathar, I don't know, Xantharl's Keep, I think.
Yep. Yeah, you guys are right about in that location.
Yeah. We'll go there. I don't think is Harshnag. Can you go to this city?
He's like, I don't think they're gonna let me go in there. I try to avoid towns and whatnot just because I'm afraid, they may attack me.
Why don't you cut through the Lurkwood and meet us on the north side of this town?
Sure, I can do that. You want me to take the cart?
That would be great.
All right. And he kind of picks up the cart. There's horses kind of dangling off the end of the cart that are just sort of like petrified now. And he kind of picks it up and he's like, all right, I'll meet you on the other side. Like, I hope the Uthgarth tribes aren't in here. If you hear any fighting, come help me out, okay? You see him.
Alrighty.
He starts to kind of go into the woods themselves.
Okay, so I guess we'll head into the
All right.
keep.
So you guys walk up to the doors. Immediately when you do, you see that the two large gates, one of them opens shortly, a little bit, and you see a guard come out. He's standing there, and he looks like he's in banded mail, and he has a large sword, and he says, "What's your business?"
Hey, where did you get that armor from?
Given to me by my pop. Why?
Yeah, he must have been old. That's 1E armor.
Yeah, well, that's what I wear.